Howdy.
Hi.
Hi, Rick.
Hi, everybody. Long time no talk to. It's been a while. We've had some technical difficulties with our bodies and the time of year, and cold and flu and all that kind of stuff, which kind of I don't know. So, but we're glad to be back. We're glad
that killed us.
Yes, almost killed us. I thought I was going to die. I actually had the flu, so yeah. Luckily, I don't have it anymore. Yeah, and then someone else had it, and then we didn't want to spread it, and
Ironically, we all got done with TigerCon, and then within a matter of days, everybody started getting sick.
That's true. No. That's true.
Well,
hopefully,
started being sick before then.
Hopefully
we haven't been live since the end of October.
No, I know. We took the whole month of November off.
The whole month?
The whole month, yeah.
Wow.
So hopefully y'all got to see some of that TigerCon stuff. That was funny.
Not yet. Actually, we are posting it next month.
Yes, we're going to post it in January, starting in the new year.
If you've never played a Muppet for your D&D character, I highly recommend it.
Also,
create a Muppet.
If you want to hear that, probably wait for the second or third episode.
Well, it depends. And Forrest Gump doesn't fare well in the Tomb of Horrors. We learned that right off the bat. He just is not, the trusting, altruistic, gullible guy. Just doesn't do well in the Tomb of Horrors.
Tomb of Horrors is not the space for that.
No, not really. Found that out real quick. Not spoiler alert, but
yeah, we were getting down to the point where we were going to be on D&D Beyond, actually hitting random character. Now what?
Yeah. Well, so that's not really a spoiler. It happens in the first 2.5 minutes of the game.
Well, it's a spoiler. Someone may want to.
It's more of a trailer than a spoiler.
Right. Gump Forest Hole might be the, one they came to see.
Without context, that's a very strange string of words.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That is true. But we're here for a lot of strange words, which will probably become rambling out during the course of the evening. But this is Piercing the Crystal Veil, which is our normal D&D game. And we have a special guest with us tonight. Flew her all the way in from Tallahassee, And just for this, actually she's not from Tallahassee, but she's from Honolulu, Hawaii.
I wish.
But this is Soren.
Hello.
She's joining us, and we have Tama over here, owner of Golem's Gate, best game store in the entire Southwest region, easily. Yes.
Way to suck up, Rick.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Feeling kind of left out. What's he going to say about us?
I know, right? Nothing good about me.
And on the corners, we got the two fat guys. I mean, we're good. All right.
Percy, who will drive me nuts tonight, and Mike, who is our technical genius over here. He's our Scotty, so.
I didn't make it happen tonight.
Well, we're happening.
We're here.
We are here. So
by the skin of. Never mind.
That's right. If you, I guess there's little buttons you're supposed to push. Subscribe, so that when we do come out, with material, you'll know about it. Yes. Do you? Oh, there's a button. He's pointing to the button that you need the subscribe button.
And then there's a bell.
Right
next to it.
Okay, we got two bells with us tonight too. So Southern bells.
Hit the thumbs up if you like what we're doing.
Yes.
Leave us a comment. Tell us how much you don't want to see us and how much you want to see them.
Yes.
It is what it is. We know it.
It is what it is. So when we last, the story so far is that our players, other than Soren, who we'll introduce in a little bit, were basically pulled in through a dream and some other, a lot of other things which you could go back and see. I won't recount all that tonight. But they felt like they were pulled towards a place called Melanor. And this is a place that basically was pulled kind of out of space and time and dropped into the Spine of the World Mountains north of Mirabar. They started trading with the dwarves, the Dragonborn, who, from what they understand, are the dominant, basically kind of in-charge race in Melanor, opened up trade relations. The halflings, which are known as the Bargazares, basically run the caravans. And so they felt a tug to get into Melanor for different reasons. And the only way they found that they could do that was to join one of these caravans as a caravan guard, which are basically meat shields for you know, kind of. And so they applied, filled out their applications, were accepted, and now they are traveling through the Spine of the World Mountains to get to Melanor. They recently encountered the remains of a caravan that they knew had been lost a couple of days prior. And they came across them, and they've been informed that a Raymaraz, it seems like it must have been some Raymaraz that attacked the caravan and destroyed it. Excuse me. And they also were told that there's a Frakaizers, which I don't even know how to pronounce that, but which are little...
We're going to bleep that out. I'm just going to say it right now. We're going to bleep that on out of here.
Ice goblins.
Can we do that every time he says it?
Frakaizers. Frakaizers.
Bless you.
Thank you. And anyway, so that's where they are right now. They've just encountered the Frakaizers, and they... so anytime you're going to cough, okay? Just...
That'll be insufferable. We can't do that.
So...
Save the people that have to edit.
I have to edit this
okay. Oh, wait. Oh, I have my way of revenge now. I have found my secret.
Where's Rick in the podcast? We haven't heard him in a long time.
No. So, anyway, they...
Character gets talked about all the time.
They are currently stopped, and they are moving the wagons out of the trail so that they continue on their way. They just got everything moved, and they've started again. And Sulada, who is the Dragonborn, who's kind of been in charge of them, he comes walking back and says, "Hey, all right. Looks like we got this thing moving out. We got the wagons off the road, the trail. We should get moving here pretty quick. We need to be really on our guard. These little ice goblins are nasty little bunches." And
Is that their name? Is that you guys?
no, it's I can't pronounce it. It's some frog. We'll call them frogs. You know, little ice frogs.
Well, that's a different thing.
Oh, is it? Okay. Yeah, frozen toads, you know. I saw that in Avatar, I think. But anyway, the old Destinoa he wants to do a little more investigation on, he's up with one of the...
He looked like he
One
was
of our
going to be
war
kind of
matches.
sick at the thought of potential battle.
Yeah, he's a little weak. He's not really... I didn't think he'd make it, quite honestly. I didn't think he'd pass the test, but he did. So, but, you know, anyway, we, the mail decided y'all might need some extra help back here, so he sent one of his daughters down here, introduce you to
Irina Moonclimber.
Irina Moonclimber. She's gonna be helping, kind of a little babysitter, since y'all are kind of wet behind the ears. You know,
I'm here to help.
yeah. So
Well, it's a pleasure to meet you, Irina. I'm not so sure about this guy. Did you just say I'm wet behind the ears?
that's what I said.
Are you sure that you're in the right caravan? I think it truly is a pleasure, but I think he meant to send you somewhere else as people weaker and much less smarter than we are.
No,
In fact-
it seems like I'm in the right place.
I think, yeah, I'd take her word for it. Okay, but anyway,
We'll watch over you, but you know, Cade, he's got his hands full, so he may. We'll see what he does.
Cade's looking at his hands.
So, but yeah, I'd be on your guard, okay, right now for a little bit.
Sleep with both eyes open.
I would definitely, and while you're awake, I'd keep both eyes open too, you know. So
Like indefinite. Never mind. we can go to and
I
fro
know.
like this for a
So-
while. And
So in the okay, so the caravan gets moving, moving along, and the temperature's really cold, and you're coming. All of a sudden, you notice that the wind starts picking up a little bit. Okay, and I really would tell you that we're coming to Ice Blast Pass. Okay, and that's where the mountains kind of break open a little bit, and the wind just comes cutting across. And it gets really cold. Now, one thing you notice too, y'all are all bundled up, okay? And most of the Bargazaires are not. They really just have like cloaks on, and they don't even look like really heavy cloaks, and they don't seem really affected. The cold doesn't seem to be bothering them that much. Okay. You notice the Dengan ponies, the Dengazaires, they ride by every once in a while, and
That's another bleep.
the what?
Gazers.
Dengazaires?
we've said way worse than they
Those
We've been
Dengazaires.
out of commission for a month and a half.
I know. I'm trying to remember. So, are you riding your goat?
Yes, of course I am.
Okay, all right. So,
It is you I've heard about. The Goat Rider.
I scream at the goat, make it pass out.
he doesn't. He's not that goat.
Oh well.
He's the mountain goat.
All right.
I've heard many tales.
He still screams at it.
Please, show me your prowess with the goat.
This one's broken.
I would love to see.
Your
I would
goat's
love to
broken,
see
Cade.
It's broken. What the heck? Okay. Not fair. I'm walking. Just tie this thing up to the back of the.
Not what I expected from the stories, but all right, I'll take it.
What stories?
Are you talking about the story where he couldn't do the horse thing, but I did? Is that the story you're talking about?
That's the story, yes.
Yeah.
I still made a bear dance.
Did you though? Did you?
Don't give our secrets away.
You're right. He made a bear dance.
Congratulations. That's quite a task.
I thoroughly enjoyed it.
It was an impressive sight.
Like, you've got to bang on pans and pots and do a conga line, and yeah, hey, it's cool.
Bear dance. The inn will forever remember.
It's been
Renamed,
renamed Inn of
yeah.
the Dancing Bear.
right.
That's pretty impressive.
It's no longer what Falcon's Roost or whatever it was.
Falcon's Roost, yes, I think it's a matter of fact. Of course, someone will write,
It's
type
not
in and
the
say,
Inn
"No,
of the
that's not
Dancing
what it
Bear,"
was."
yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah. So, well, we hope someone
Please
actually
do.
says, "Yes, I know, I
If you're
know."
watching and you know that I'm wrong, I would love to hear from you.
So y'all are, y'all have been traveling for a while, and kind of getting to know each other a little bit. The wind, all of a sudden, it picks up really harshly. Everybody needs to make a Constitution saving throw, except it will. Even you. Everyone needs to
Before we
make a
do, what was
Constitution.
your name again? Sorry, I need to make a note of it because I've already forgotten.
Irina Moon Climber.
Arena.
Yes.
I'm in trouble.
And what check are we making?
Con?
Con save.
Oh.
But I'm wearing a big jacket.
Then you get the advantage on your save.
Oh, sick.
Everyone that bought.
I have fur.
She's made of
I'm-
jacket.
Yeah.
Well, you also bought. Everybody was
Yeah,
told to
we
go
did
buy
buy,
cold
yes.
weather gear, so you all
So
get
advantage.
advantage. Yes.
Nat 20.
A nat 20.
Nice.
Oh, yep,
All
nat
right.
20.
Way to
A
use
nat
that
20.
nat 20 right
Oh, let me use my other dice.
Look
here.
at what I've got
That's
going
true.
here.
Oh my!
A 1 and a 20. I'll take the 20. Thank you for the advantage.
You're welcome.
17.
22 with
17.
my-
Okay.
16.
16. Okay, so y'all make your saves, and you feel the wind just cutting through you. It's almost like when you open up the door and at the store someone opens the door and everyone turns around and goes,
blast.
"Shut that door!" Okay, it just that's it almost feels like someone just opened the door and the wind is cutting across, and everyone starts huddling down and the horses you can tell are just kind of like shivering as y'all are trudging away, and the snow is starting to be blown up, quite a bit. And y'all have been going on this way for probably about 20 minutes when Irina says, I'm being told that there is something moving out on the tundra.
In the wilderness.
Yeah.
Off the trail.
Something is coming.
Great.
Off
About
the
to say,
trail,
Arena, what
up
happened
ahead.
to your voice?
You know, I drank too much vodka, smoked too many cigars. It happens.
She went through puberty.
Yes, puberty hit
Like how
very
you
hard.
So, I heard something. What have you been told?
Fireworks.
Oh,
Fireworks keep them away.
okay.
Do you have any?
No, I think that's y'all's job. Actually, I
You
do
said
have.
you got dancing lights? Or is it the bang that keeps them away?
It's my breath that will keep them away.
Powerful.
So, y'all see movement off the trail, and you see
Does
a
it
very
look like one big thing or many little things?
well. You actually see one big thing
Okay.
moving in the distance,
Can I try to...
coming up out of the. It almost appears you see this shadow moving towards the front of the caravan, and as the shadow gets closer, you can see it has a humanoid form, and then you can tell that it is. And then you can tell that this humanoid form has a helmet with horns
A giant
and is carrying is
humanoid.
huge.
Form.
He's coming toward us.
He's coming toward. He's actually
He's coming
approaching
towards
the
the
front wagon. You hear the cries. Giant approaching! Everyone, get your battles!
Let's talk to him.
As your words, you're having to yell just to hear each other. The wind is whipping around. It's like a roar, a continuous, low key roar.
Is our job to guard our cart?
Yes,
So we should not run to the front to guard the front cart.
exactly.
Bingo. That's just making sure I had the order of operations correct.
Okay.
If I'm a babysitter, though, doesn't that mean I should be up front, probably?
They
Babysitting
sent you
them specifically.
babysitting
I'm
them.
gonna go
specific.
ahead and cast
Got it.
Bless
Okay. On.
on my compadres.
Okay. Okay. Very good. You see the Dragonborn charge to the front to intercept the giant. And on the battle wagon, the Bargazaires spin their ballista around and they fire, and when they fire the ballista, you can see a little trail of sparks follow the ballista bolt. And when it gets to the dragon, it explodes into... It's a dragon. When it gets to... Yes, the dragon!
I heard it too.
Oh, brothers! We're on the wrong
Wait a
caravan.
second.
We're on the level 10 caravan.
Freudian
So
slipper
I'm
was
small enough to
that,
hide in
yeah.
a freight crate. So
A wooden freight crate.
Trace, we out.
So,
high
the-
cast fly and go off the map.
Does anybody have Dimension Door?
I do have a
This
dragon
adventure
here,
continues in the
know?
Forgotten Realms.
Actually, it could be a land shark, So,
Save that for
We told you we were ready. We were wrong.
yes, I know. So, the ballista bolt, when it fires at the giant, it leaves a little trail of sparks behind it, and it explodes right in front of the giant into a small fireball. And when it goes off, you see around the feet of the giant these little nasty looking blue, they have like a bluish skin and white hair and bright blue eyes. and they're carrying what look like ice axes of some kind, and they have these huge pointy teeth and great big smiles, and they are just dancing across the snow like they are having the time of their lives, and they are charging up
It is a
towards.
frozen Ugnaught.
It is.
Are we about to roll for initiative?
We are.
Prior to
sir.
rolling for initiative, as I see this happen, I would like to toss a spike growth in a 20-foot radius around our cart
Okay.
to protect it.
Okay. 20-foot radius.
Yeah.
All right. So that means y'all are going to be in the spike growth?
We're gonna be on top of the car.
We're being on top of the car.
Five groups will be around
Well,
the car.
only two of you are on top of
We're
the
gonna
cart.
climb
Actually,
in. He's gonna
he is
tell
not
us.
even.
We're gonna climb in. Right?
Yeah, whatever direction they're coming from, I want to emanate it toward that. So it's 40 feet out from us, basically, toward wherever they're coming from.
Okay. All right.
Well, because I'm presuming things are going to attack us back there,
Possibly.
possibly. We're not in charge of this up here. That's
No,
what's
you're not.
important to me currently.
No, you're not.
So-
Okay, so everybody roll initiative.
Wah, wah, wah.
It's not a bad initiative.
Good God.
That is a bad initiative.
Oh,
I kept the one that gave me my crit, and look
Yeah,
what it
well,
did.
law of large numbers. Some point you got
what
to
did
roll
it
them
do
all.
now?
A one.
Oh.
That's all right on initiative.
Yeah.
Well, sometimes
For
it's not
cleric,
bad to
it's
go
okay.
last.
You'd rather not roll that on an attack roll.
This is true. I would not want to roll that on the attack roll.
Okay, so
16.
16.
Mhm.
Anybody roll higher than a 20?
I rolled a 20.
You rolled a 20? Okay. $16. Okay. Anyone? I know what you roll. Anyone roll higher than a 15?
15.
15. Okay. Arena, you actually go first.
Okay. I'm going to take out my hand crossbow, and
You did review your spells?
I did not.
There you go. 'Cause you are a sorcerer.
Am I?
You are.
Ooh, I didn't see that part. Well, that's fun.
Probably flip the page.
Ah, got it. Okay. Well, instead of that, I'm gonna cast a firebolt at this guy
Okay.
because it's what I've got.
All right. So,
So
at the giant or at one of the little guys?
at the giant for
At
sure.
the giant. Okay.
Yes, main target.
All right. Roll your 2 hit.
22.
22. Okay. Roll a d10 for me, please.
Alright. 4 times. That was a 6, I think. I don't know which one's the D10. Oh man, it's been a long time.
You did, but
did.
that's a 6.
Okay, yeah,
basically.
that is a 6. Yeah.
Okay. So 6. All right. And a little bolt of fire shoots out of your finger.
You're gonna knock over all the terrain.
Yes, but now my spikes are there. How do you even stand these trees up?
Magic, sir. It is magic.
Need sticky tack on the bottom.
Okay. All right. So the little bolt of fire comes shooting out of your finger and strikes the giant right in the side, and you know that it hurts him a little bit, but he doesn't slow down, and he takes our little friends and the Dragonborn have their halberds out, and the Bargazairs are riding by with their crossbows, and they are firing their crossbows at this giant. All right. Percy, you
Ooh,
just
who's
cast
that?
your spike growth, right?
Yeah, prior to battle starting. Like as soon as we see the giant moving,
Okay.
I would.
All right. Well, the caravan is. Can you move this spike growth, or is
we
it
didn't
stationary?
stop to fight the giant.
No.
We're just the caravan's still going.
The caravan was moving. If you cast it before. Well,
I would have cast it whenever we stopped. Like
Okay.
as we prepare to protect the caravan, boom, pop
Okay.
that out.
Okay. All right.
Nothing is near me.
Nope, not that you can see.
Yeah, I mean we're told to guard our space, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, I will hold my action to cast a spell when something comes in range.
All right. Okay. Mike.
Okay. I am going to move up to kind of flank the...
Yeah, just move that out of there.
I'm trying without knocking everything over.
That's the Dragonborn.
That's the Dragonborn.
Yeah, you're not that big.
Here, we'll just move this out. We'll just know where it is. Roughly.
Gold star.
I know.
We're experiencing technical difficulties.
It was
Where'd
a
you
nice
want him?
thought.
It was
He's
beautiful.
right here.
Yeah.
Never
Now,
saw it.
now I can say where.
He's
where-
moving up towards the
Alright.
giant.
That's the way I read it.
So what I want to do is move over and out up onto this snowdrift so I can see a little better.
Okay. All right.
And I will pull out my longsword and my shield.
Okay. Y'all notice in the air, out in the snow, all of a sudden you notice what appears to be a small little fairy-looking creature that is white with piercing black, big, huge black eyes and clear wings. And it has a bow in its hand.
Is this like middle of the day?
It is the day, but
Can't
it's
really
totally
tell
overcast.
because it's- yeah.
You can't really. I mean, it's not dark. It's just got that kind of gray. It's just everything has got that gray. Okay.
Boy, did I pick the wrong
And
spot.
I see these guys.
And you see these.
You did.
Excellent.
You know, I didn't want to have my backstory come true. I'm just doing that.
right off the bat.
Yeah. That's bad. I mean, you can only make so many packs, right?
You can.
Oh, look how they're conveniently running right around my spike growth. Actually, I don't know.
No,
that
there's
they
some of
all
them.
are.
In this, two of them are in the spike growth.
But did they just enter it?
Yes.
Then they would take damage from
Yes,
it.
they will.
Perfect.
Okay, so, but the two little sprites that materialized out of thin air, they get to fire. And one of them shoots at you, Mr. Mike, and one of them shoots at Mr. Percy over here.
Who are Mike and Percy? I'm
Uh,
confused about these names.
Okay, Cade, and what, I forget your name?
I've only said it 4 times. Nevi.
Nevi, thank you, Nevi. Okay. Mrow's so easy to remember. Mrow.
See, I told you. We're the two fat guys on the end.
That's right.
That's how this works.
There's just the stand-ins, you know.
Chopped liver.
And
We're only here to edit stuff.
Percy,
You
what
wanna
is your
switch-
armor class,
switch
sir?
seats?
Oh, not very.
You want to
good.
handle all the technical
13?
stuff?
Did it make you feel better? I can do
13.
my best.
Okay, you need to roll. Okay, they fire their bows, and it's like an icicle just shot out of their bow. One comes at you, and you manage to get your shield up, and it just explodes in a shard of ice off your shield. But you don't have a shield, and it penetrates you and sinks deep into your chest, and you just feel
Where'd he shoot me from?
cold.
It's my. Okay, yeah.
You just feel this cold start emanating out, you know, like you just ate an ice cream cone in your head. It wants to explode.
Extreme brain freeze. In other words.
Absolute brain freeze. And you take 6 piercing damage, and 3 cold damage, and you need to make me a Constitution saving throw.
Add a D4.
15.
15. Okay. You feel the cold start emanating out from you, and you just... and then you are, wait, oh, blessings, blessings, blessings. And you can feel the cold start to recede a little bit.
Okay.
Okay.
Anybody who's in the spike growth will take 7 damage.
7 damage. Okay. And are they half speed? Is it difficult terrain?
Spike growth.
I think it is. Now, are you in
It's
the spike
difficult.
growth?
Well, I
Difficult terrain.
believe so, based upon what I saw. So, is it a ring or is it
No,
a?
it's a radius kind of centered. I centered it around like that big tree there.
The one next to
Okay.
me.
The one no the one next to that one.
Or this one.
Yeah, that one.
Okay.
So it's 20 feet out from that tree right there. So those 2 guys in the back should both be hit by it.
Yep. Yep. You basically have gotten 4 of them
Okay.
this way.
And at this point, because those guys are that far apart from one another.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's very spread out.
Yep. And one of them charges right up to Nevi,
I would like to do my held action at this point
which is...
to cast a spell when somebody's in range.
Okay.
I'm going to throw it at the other one that's next to him on the side, not the one that just moved, but the one that's right beside him.
Okay.
And I'm going to toss an ice knife at him.
An ice knife
Yeah.
at a frozen guy.
Well, I don't have any other. I was
That's fine.
not pre-warned about what was happening.
Here's a
so I
stick of
didn't-
healing.
So I didn't prepare
okay.
spells.
Throw your
No,
ice
you know
knife.
what? I'm going to back up and prepare my spells for the day now that I know we're in a tundra. Because
Well,
I wouldn't prepare ice knife knowing we're going into a tundra.
Well, you knew you were going. You had to buy...
Listen,
Wait,
I did not. It's
buy
been 2 months.
Arctic equipment.
It's been
buy
2 months.
Arctic
Okay, fine. Ice
equipment.
knife. I'll just throw it.
I'm gonna have to go with Rick on this one. Normally, I'm on the player's side, but I'm gonna have to go with Rick on this one.
Of course you are. 16.
16. Okay. Well, a 16 will hit, but what kind of damage does it do?
It is piercing damage.
Right, but is it cold?
Not yet.
Okay, so it just does
So
piercing?
1d10 piercing damage.
Okay.
And so that'll just be 5 piercing damage. And then they have to both of them need to make dex saves.
Or take what? Cold damage?
It'll be cold damage.
Okay, well they don't take any.
They're
of
totally
this.
immune.
Yep.
Golly, dude, we're like level 3. We're fighting things that are immune to the damage we do.
Well, they're cold.
Yeah, no, I get you.
Okay. All right, and you did how much damage?
5.
5.
He's
Okay.
got to try.
Oh yeah, trust me. Nobody tries harder than Kirsten.
He hasn't turned into Godzilla yet, so we're all
That's
right.
true. No, he did. He turned into Godzilla in the first
This
part.
session.
This session. That's right. That's right. Okay.
Dice down.
Yes. All right. So,
It's
morale.
under you. Meow. Will Sacred Flame, that little silvery blue dude over there.
Okay, this guy
Yep.
that's coming up from behind.
Yep.
All right.
Sacred Flame.
Flame
You
on.
need a dex saving throw, please, sir.
And 17.
Oh yeah, you totally.
All right, so
Now
that's
a little
no
icicle.
damage.
Totes.
All right, and he looks a little different than the other ones
He
too.
does. That's why I
Yeah.
sent it at him.
He looks a little bit stouter than the other ones. All right, Arena.
Okay. Where am I at, first of all? Am I on...
You right here.
Okay, so I'm back there. Well, now that there are guys attacking my end, I'm gonna cast another firebolt at him.
Okay.
Because fire.
Yes. Fire. Now, you can see these little guys. You can see them. They're flying, and these are all running at you.
Gotcha. Okay. Is this guy not? Is he just
He
standing
is.
there?
No, he's
Okay,
running at
okay,
you too.
cool.
you-
Yeah, 9. Does 9 hit?
A 9 is going to miss.
Figured.
So your firebolt basically just. It's like a stormtrooper blast, right
Yeah.
in the snow.
Wasn't very good at target practice.
Oh no! And you see 2 more ballistas fire off from here against the giant, but they don't explode in fireballs. One of them buries itself in him, and he shrugs it off. And the Dragonborn swing at him with their halberds, and he's just shrugging them off. Now he takes a swing. At one of the Dragonborn, and his axe comes sweeping through, and it knocks one of the Dragonborn, and he takes a couple of steps back, but he moves back into the fray. And you see Salada looks like he's leaving y'all to your own devices to go take care of the giant. All right. So we are back to Percy.
Did you go?
Yes.
I'm going to, as a free action, release Spike Growth so that I can move around. I guess, did those big guys behind us not go?
Which one?
The blue-
These?
the blue
Yeah, they
guys?
all moved. Yeah.
They move?
They basically, their move was moving into the scene.
Oh, so that was their whole turn, was moving into the scene.
Yes.
Excellent. Yeah, I release Spike Growth and I leap toward that one right there. And I believe it is, I checked the time, and I think it's bear 30.
Okay.
So I leap on this man and I turn into a bear as I do, and I attack him.
All right. So you turn into a bear.
I do.
Barrel
Bear
clock.
necessities.
Half past bear.
Suddenly the other people on the wagons are putting 2 and 2 together. Wait a second.
Not until you hear dance, bear.
Dance. No.
That's what one of the bad guys says.
Rick.
I know. Well, I needed to get something out of here.
I just didn't want you to hit the.
Hit the board.
Yep.
Oh, so you turn into a bear?
Do.
I didn't bring a bear, but that's what I've got.
You can just use my druid over there.
He's adorable.
But yeah, just toss him at that blue fella.
What?
All right. And so just to clarify, because I'm not sure, do I get the bear's multi-attack?
Yes, you
Okay,
are
excellent.
a bear.
Excellent. So let's make 2 attacks on this guy. Let's do 2 big old claw attacks as I leap toward him. I'm just going to roll them both at once.
Okay.
One of them is the lowest of the 2 is a 17.
That will both. They will both hit.
That's a whopping amount of damage. Ooh, max damage on the first one. That's 12
Ooh.
plus 4 is 16.
Okay.
And then the second hit is min damage. So 6.
The law of
So
averages.
average.
That's
Yeah.
All right.
Excruciatingly average.
And man, you basically take and you give him a big old bear hug, and you just start scraping, and you almost dislocate one of his arms with one of your claws, and you pull him to the side, and that pulls him out of the grasp of the other one. But you have severely injured this guy,
Excellent. That's what I desired.
and you're feeling very cold.
Wah, wah.
Well, I retain my
He's got a bear
my clothing,
coat on.
and I have a full bear fur coat.
I know. Nevi?
Nevi. Nevi just
Oh.
went.
I mean, sorry, Cade.
Goodness gracious alive.
All right.
First he doesn't let my magic work. Now he throws my name to somebody else. What is this?
What?
All right. So Cade, seeing the 2 that are pretty much
Killing himself.
squared up in front of him, he's going to take and go after the one immediately in front of him with his pack weapon.
Okay.
So every time I attack with a pack weapon,
D4.
I get D4, but I've got a it's a double attack.
So you
Essentially.
get, okay.
Yeah.
So you get 2 attacks.
Yep. Let's see how fun this one's going to become. All right. So 17 and 16.
Sorting
Both of them will hit.
Okay. Let's see. D8s. Where's my D8s? You just want me to give you the total?
Yep.
22.
22. So, does your pack weapon look anything special?
It's just the edges of it just are. It looks like a longsword, but the edges of it are just like that slight green tinged flame.
Okay. And that green tinged flame goes right through that blue skin, and you lop his head clean off, and that
Right.
big toothy smile just smiles all the way into the snow.
And I would like to use action surge to attack the other individual.
Okay.
So let's repeat this process.
Please.
Yeah. Well, one's gonna hit 17.
Okay.
What was the other
So
one?
let's see. The other one was 5. So that's an 8 plus 4. So 7, 8.
8 points of damage. Okay. All right.
So let's mark
And
that
so you're
off the
leaping
list.
about on top of that little snowdrift, and the 2 winged sprites turn their attention to you.
Oh, and I'm bringing the one I killed back as a specter.
A headless specter. All right.
He's got arms to swing.
What is your armor class there, sir?
It is 18.
18. Ooh. Okay. So both you are able to deflect both of the blasts from that.
All right. So I need an icon to represent a specter at the moment. I don't want to just throw a dice onto the. All right.
So you're bringing back the dead.
He's got to get recruits somehow.
All right. And
I was a lot of fun with it.
this guy, seeing his buddy go down, bites down on
Is he
you
down now?
with his big toothy maw and misses. And then he takes he takes his little ice dagger and shoves it right up between the plates of your armor.
It's better than where he could have
I was worried when he started the sentence that way.
Not where I expected it to go, but could have been worse.
I was
We are family
concerned.
friendly
We are.
most of the time.
I was concerned.
Except I do have to turn on the "This is not for kids" flag. So
Well,
So, you take 8 points of damage from the little dagger. And he's just looking eye to eye at you and just gibbering something that just is totally annoying, but you don't know what the heck he's saying. And the giant is pushing through towards the wagon. And the Dragonborn, these little guys, and there's some more little sprites over there that pop up, and they're shooting at the Dragonborn. And they're not having much luck. Oh. So,
I'll put the specter in at 20 on initiative roll.
20 on initiative roll, so that would be right
I forgot to look
behind-
at it. He rolls us on.
And the giant pulls a boulder out of his and he throws it at the ballista.
Did you catch where he pulled the boulder from?
And he hits the ballista.
Standing next to one.
He just said.
Pulled it out of his
He
pocket.
said, he said the giant pulls a boulder out of his, and then he throws it at the ballista.
Out of his.
That's what I heard.
That's what you heard.
I don't think I want to experience that boulder.
It's an intergalactic battle turd, okay?
Got it.
So, just in case you're wondering, and I actually have one of those at the house.
Oh my god. He
Rick?
says with
Yes.
Let's
I'm serious. It's in a
throw your
glass.
turd and let's move
It was
on.
found. It was found around Uranus. I can't help
Oh
that.
my
You know.
god. We walked into that one.
You think I'm joking? So,
I really don't. That's the sad part. I really don't.
it was a gag gift one year, and he does severe damage to the ballista and knocks it a kilter, and the halfling goes flying backward. Oh, poor little guy.
There you go.
And
He took a tumble.
he did.
It's really tall for a little guy.
He is. He is.
Yeah.
So, I think we will see what happens in a few minutes or next week, depending on where you are, and whether they will survive, which, we expect the campaign to go a little bit, so.
Dun, dun, dun.
But
That means plot armor.
that means they have new characters in the waiting. So, anyway, we hope you'll come back and see us again in a little bit. And we'll be right back for those of you watching live.
Keep on
Keep
adventuring.
on adventuring.
Well, howdy do. Welcome to our winter wonderland. Our party is navigating the snow peaks of Spine of the World mountains, and they've made some friends. Yeah, some little frogizers and their belly friends, and a big old frost giant just to keep things honest. And
Now,
so far,
Now, Rick, when I was complaining that I had a bruise, you didn't have to send all the walking icicles,
oh, I see.
right?
I see.
mean-
Well, I could send a big walking icicle your direction.
I think we already did.
Oh, mm-mm.
Careful what you wish for.
Be careful
Yeah.
what you wish for.
It's
So,
okay. I got Percy.
Well, speaking of Percy,
Yeah.
Nevi, it is actually your turn.
Again?
So far, yes. So far, really not too much has happened, but one of the frost giants took out one of the Bargazer's ballista, which are the most powerful weapons they have. So we'll see if that slows them down any. But what would you like to do?
Are you sure it's mine? I can't remember if Alina went. I know the Spectre
Oh,
is not
Arena.
gone.
No, you're right.
And
It
the
is
Spectre
Arena.
gets to
Spectre
go as
comes
well.
up next turn.
Arena?
Well, this is a new
No,
round.
this is the turn he brought him.
It's
he brought him back
same
during-
turn- It's same round.
No, she's at the top of the round.
Okay.
So this is a new round, so
Okay.
Spectre gets to go now.
All right. Inspector General. All right,
Okay.
Arena. What would you like to
Okay.
do?
That's a good question. I think I'm going to use my firebolt again and shoot this little guy back here.
Oh, she. Okay.
Maybe I should put the scene up. That would help,
Um,
wouldn't it? There we go.
Hey! It's a winter wonderland. Yeah.
22.
22. That misses. I'm sorry.
Was it really?
No, it was not.
Jesus.
At level 3, we're
I
done.
listen, I wouldn't put it past him. He's got damage immunities at level 3 too.
8.
Cold. You're dealing with an ice creature, and he's immune to cold, and you find that unusual. Mm-hmm. Okay.
8 points of damage.
8 points of damage. Okay.
Hey, even ghosts are only resistant to physical damage at level 3.
Oh, I see. Okay. Inspector General.
He salutes with his sword.
Clouseau,
jabbing into his
Inspector
own head.
Clouseau. What have you got?
Yeah, but there's no.
Like
Good one.
You hit that little guy, right?
Yes.
All right. So the
She's got her wand
Spectre,
So
out.
handy. I love it.
the Spectre is going to go ahead and smack the guy that's basically right in front of me.
His
The one that's
Okay.
already hurt.
Okay.
All right. So
He doesn't have a head, so how does he see, I wonder?
He can tell because I've said to do it.
Oh, I see. Okay.
He follows my commands. It's all good.
Okay, okay.
It says nothing about decapitation.
I know.
I
You
mean-
know, that's one way you always take out
No,
zombies and
The
everything
Spectre's not a
else,
zombie,
you
it's a spirit.
know.
It is a
That's
spirit,
true.
so it would
That
have
is
its
So
true.
it would have its head.
And
He
what-
crits.
Oh!
I love that.
I like my Spectre.
This one.
The good news is he gets to stick around until we have a long rest.
Nice.
Oh.
So he's a good guy to
Unless
keep
he
around.
dies.
All right.
might
Not
settle the
like
rest of
this
the
in
caravan.
general. We get to go. Unless we're killed.
Let's see. And you sent that over to me, Percy, right?
Yeah.
What was the damage on him? Do you remember real quick? Off the top of your head.
Do what? The damage for the Spectre. He has the life drain action. His hit is a 3d6 necrotic. And then the target has to succeed a con save.
3d6?
Yep. So it'll be
And you're
six-
talking about my third level
it'll be
characters?
6d6, baby.
Oh,
Yeah, but let me see. Oh, he does have some damage immunities. Okay, you're off the hook.
and 3d6 every time?
All right. So that's 10.
You're rolling 6d6, correct?
yeah.
Okay, good.
So 27.
Well, you wipe his toothy grin right off his face.
I like the Spectre.
Can you make that one a Spectre too now?
No, I can only have one.
No, only one at a
For
time.
now?
Dang.
I don't believe so. I think it's only one.
Ah.
I'd have to go back
Well,
and
he's
check.
pretty potent, you know. Now, higher levels, he won't be quite as...
No.
But
It'll
at
be
this
annoying.
level, at this level,
To to be fair, he does have a AC of 12, so he's fairly easy to lop in half.
well, that's good.
What
But
did you have to
It
tell me?
understands all languages, which is
Oh,
an interesting
that's cool.
factoid.
But
So
how does it communicate? Can it?
it doesn't say that it
It
can't
does
talk.
It's just his friend. He's a little cold.
So
you
can
know,
it tell us
heartless
what
friend.
these goblins are saying?
No.
No, not
It
listening.
understands
It says it
all
understands
languages.
all languages. So
Oh, that it knew in life. Read the whole sentence.
Well, he still would
he still
understand.
would understand because he's one of them. So.
And they can't speak. Don't worry, guys. I'm
Oh,
reading whole
that's
pages.
it. Does yeah, it does say that, but it can't
But it
speak.
can't speak, yeah.
Okay, so it understands the languages.
Perfect. Yeah.
He
Telepathy.
knows exactly what they're saying, and he looks back
Telepathic?
at him and goes,
He doesn't have a head, so he's not going. Oh.
"Well, no, he said he's a
He's
specter,
a specter.
so
He
he
does
does
have a
the
head.
head, the body,
The
physical body
body's
is gone."
gone.
Okay,
We'll just
Nebby.
restart the episode. This is
That's what I know.
nothing to do.
all right, Nebby.
Oh well. I suppose I'll attack this gentleman one time.
Only one time.
For now, I'm going to see what it does.
Okay.
I'm going to attack it a second time. That's better. That's a 24.
That will hit.
Man, I'm rolling doubles every time on this. That'll be 12 damage.
12 damage. Okay. You rip his other arm out of its socket,
Excellent.
and he slumps to the ground.
Okay, perfect. At that point, I'm going to. I'll move directly
That's the
in
one.
front
Yeah.
of the other one.
You want to pull him, or do you
Yeah,
just want
pull
to lay him?
We're not done with these guys yet.
So I'm gonna use my movement now that that blue one is gone. I'm gonna charge toward the one that's behind him there.
And she, you think,
Well, I'm a bear.
smiles real big
I'm not really looking
and
for.
beckons you to come on.
Well, I'm not the bard, but if someone's got to fill the shoes,
There you go. Okay, so
She likes them big and furry.
Ew. All right, so
brings
I
up
see
a
the
very
wheels turning,
different
Tim.
conversation for druids.
all right, an icy hand forms on your specter and grabs a hold of it, and it does necrotic damage, which it may be immune to. I don't know.
It is.
Is it immune to
It
necrotic?
is.
Okay, but what it also does is you now have disadvantage on all your attacks. And your armor class is 18. An icy arrow comes plunging into and manages to find its way through some of the chinks in your armor.
I saw that little arm pump. Yes.
No!
Smacking the halfling!
Classic DM move.
Right.
And people wonder why this
What?
game
DM
always feels
smiles,
like it's
you know it's already too late.
And you take 7 piercing and 6 cold damage. And roll me a save.
Of any type you would like.
Yeah, anytime.
Plus your D4.
Roll me a Constitution saving throw.
Don't forget your D4.
I got it. Alright, so that didn't go well. It's a 12.
You missed it by that much. You needed a 13. You take the cold starts radiating out, and you can feel it, and you're like trying to pull at this icicle as it melts into your body, and you can feel the cold start pouring through your veins and your skin and you know, down to your toes, and you're just hurting all over, and you take 2 levels of exhaustion.
Ooh.
Right.
2.
Dang.
2.
You can take what, 4 before you pass out?
Well, at 2 levels of exhaustion, you have disadvantage on ability checks, and your speed is halved. At 3 levels, disadvantage on attack rolls and saving throws, and at 4th levels, your hit point maximum is halved. And at 5th level,
Way below half already. I mean, we're good.
yeah, 5th level, your speed reduced to 0, and at 6th level, you're dead.
Oh man.
So, the little frog houses. This one charges you.
Hold on. Time out. Time out. We're not done yet.
Oh, we're not?
No, not at all.
Why?
Because I believe that qualifies for a hellish rebuke.
Yeah,
Is
it
only
would.
On, yeah. That's not only on melee attacks.
I'm double checking
No,
right
it's
now.
on any attack.
It's on any attack that I can that I recall. Let's see, character. Let's go to spells.
It's 1d10, 2d10 actually, I think.
Instantaneous. They have a dex save 13.
And they made their dex save.
It still takes 2d10
It's still-
fire damage on a
Yep.
failed save.
Well, it should be half damage.
It takes 2d10 fire damage on a failed save, or half as much on a successful one.
Okay, yeah,
So,
yeah. Okay. So 2d10.
yep.
And the fire seems to bother it a lot.
So it's going to take 6 damage
6 damage.
after it's half. That's already half.
Gotcha. Okay.
Might as well use it, because if I'm going to pass out or something soon, I might as well.
And some of the little belai are firing. The Dragonborn and the little Fruggers are, they seem to be taking them out right and left. Okay, they don't seem very tough. They do a fair amount of damage, but they just keep coming. There's just more of them, and they just keep coming. And the belai hit one of the Dragonborn, and he grabs his chest, and he staggers back. He seems to have been affected by the ice. And
I will. I will throw a sacred flame at this little one right here. So you need a dex
Okay.
save.
Yep. Ooh, dang, I wasted that crit. Oh, not that I really wanted to use it against y'all or anything like that. Dang.
I'm so sad.
I know.
Let's see.
And like I said, people wonder why D&D always feels like it's a DM against the table.
Right?
It's not, but you do, and the way it is you're all excited to do damage, and then when you start doing a lot of damage, you're like, ooh, okay. Then you don't want those crits.
Pull it back.
Yeah.
Pull it back.
So, okay.
Irina is going to jump down from the wagon and move up into the snowbank.
Oh yeah, I did want to move.
I can't see completely where the squares are, but I'm going to come. I want to say I can.
This is about 2 of them. So
Okay.
that's probably about 15.
20, 25?
Roughly.
Yep, probably.
Okay, so I'm going to face that way and cast Burning Hands.
Okay. So you can get, let's see, you could probably get these 3, let's see, that's 5, 10, 15, yeah, we'll say, and they're 3 across. Yeah, that's probably, you can get those 3.
Okay.
So they rolled dex saves. And what is your, ooh,
Spell save DC is 13,
13, not very good.
and I rolled a 20
20
to
damage?
hit. To hit.
Oh, no, you just...
Oh, I don't
you
need
don't,
to-
No, if
got
they
it.
roll a save,
Okay, cool.
you just roll your 3d6.
Okay, cool. Then, here we go. I haven't played a sorcerer before, can you tell? 12 damage.
12 damage, okay.
You're doing wonderful.
Bard, not a sorcerer. Not. I know they both are still casting.
And you see a couple of them are putting out fire that's on them, and the little Belai, the fire seems to really bother it.
Good.
The little flying
vermin.
sprite, beautiful vermin. And,
Disgusting vermin.
ooh, and the frost giant swings his axe and hits one of the dragonborn twice. 6, 8. And he hits one of the dragons born so hard that you can see that the body starts to cleave, and it just launches him across the snow into a snowdrift, and the blood just starts gushing out all over the snowdrift, and you realize he's probably not going to get back up. And he keeps moving towards the wagon. Okay, Nevi. Oh wait, I didn't attack you. Sorry, I don't want to forget. I don't want to leave you out of the.
Please don't leave me out.
What's your armor class?
As a bear, 11.
That will hit. For 7 points of damage,
Easy. Thank you.
and the other one hits you twice.
Which other one?
There's another one.
No,
Bring it
there's-
up here.
When did he come in?
He came running in out of the mists.
But it didn't take his turn to come up.
His movement was moving into your range, and he did 5. He did 9 points of damage. He bit you, and now he's hanging on. He's got his teeth sunk into your arm, and he's stabbing at you with his dagger. And one thing you've noticed about these guys, that they've got really big mouths and really sharp teeth, and they're always grinning. You know, that evil clown kind of grin? Yeah, that's what you're facing. I hope none of y'all are afraid of clowns.
Little baby jokers mixed with White Walkers.
Yeah,
Yeah.
little baby White Walkers.
Yeah.
Okay, and let's run it up.
Now, is he grappling me, or is
Yeah,
that just
I forgot.
narratively?
That's narrative.
Okay,
yes. You're not grappling. That's just narrative.
Yeah, that's fine. I just want to clarify because it.
And what's your
affects my
Spectre's
turn.
armor class?
12?
12? No, 10.
10?
It's low. Hold on.
Oh. I thought he said it was 12.
14
It's
points
12.
of
I'm
damage.
pulling it up. Yeah, it's 12.
And one of them's trying to bite you, is trying to bite at Cade and stabbing at you. And I mean, you're still feeling the effects of the cold, but it just doesn't seem to get through your armor. And it is now Nevi's turn.
Spectre's turn.
Oh, Spectre's turn. Spectre.
You said he took 14 points?
Yes.
Alright, so he is down.
He did max damage.
That's fine. And
But
he's
you
at
have
disadvantage.
disadvantage on your attacks.
Yeah, but he was never blessed. Crit fail.
Ooh!
Yay!
Not that I'm
On both?
cheering for that or anything like that, you know?
Just the one.
Just the one.
All right. Now, Nevi.
Okay, as a bonus action, I'm gonna consume a level 2 spell slot to heal,
Okay.
which is gonna be for 6, 7, 9, 10 damage.
And I always throw out ones. So ones count as twos if you roll a 1 on a heal.
Okay. So.
And just if you're using a spell, it's
I
just like,
appreciate
you know,
that,
yeah,
yeah.
I hate it when I'm a player and I
Yeah.
roll a 1. I'm like,
You get 1 point.
you
Yeah,
know?
1 point of healing.
Yeah.
Let's see, 4 heal.
Right.
I rolled 4 ones.
Yeah.
Oh man.
That's great.
So, there's nobody else back here guarding our cart, so I'm going to stay with these guys. My instinct is to charge after the giant that's clearly making ground. But I'm gonna keep on these 2 guys because nobody else is on our card, and I
Okay.
don't want to get fired.
And one of them, this one is a little better armored than the other one. Appears to be maybe a little higher level than
Okay.
the other one.
Yeah, well, he's the one that was like hanging on me, stabbing me with the dagger.
No, the one stabbing you with the dagger is the little one, the littler one.
Okay, let me do one swing at the little one.
Okay.
See what I can do to him. It's going to be a 16 to hit
16 will hit.
with a 7, 8, 9 damage.
Okay.
He's not down?
Nope.
Okay. Then I will bite him with, that's a 17 to hit.
That'll hit.
Yeah, I mean, it's higher than the first one. So that'll be 8 damage on that
8 damage. Okay. He drops off, but he's not down. But you knock him off your arm.
one. Okay.
Teeth rips a little bit of skin off.
Sounds good. For my movement, no, I was gonna try to drag them toward the party, but I don't think they'll follow, so I'm gonna stay with them.
Okay. All right. Cade.
All right, so we got new guys that are now around us again. Okay. All right. Who was it that shot me with the ice arrow?
The little sprites.
All right.
The belly.
I am returning said favor with an Eldritch Blast.
Okay. And they were both recently hit with fire, which makes a difference too.
Do I get a bonus or
No.
I'm just asking for a friend.
No, I
It takes away
understand.
the resistance.
21.
21 to hit? Yes.
Mhm.
That's a hit.
All right, so that is a D10. 5.
5. All right. And it does a little bit of damage, but doesn't seem to phase him that much. All right. They're going to return the favor. And you feel a crossbow. You feel a little bolt penetrates right in. And you take... Oh, not too bad. 5 piercing and 4 cold damage.
Dropped.
Did it drop you?
It drops me.
And roll your save before you drop.
My con save?
Yes.
The cold save for your exhaustion.
13.
13 is the number you need, and that's lucky because then you would have had disadvantage on your death saving throws.
Well, it would actually was 18. I didn't add my bonus on that one.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, Cade goes down. And that means your Spectre
Spectre's gone.
goes. He's Spectre Crusoe. And that means that...
Oh boy.
All right. Hi, Rena.
My
Okay.
turn.
Oh, it is your turn. Except that, yeah, it's your turn.
All right.
Come save me.
So I'm gonna lean over and grab his ankle and do a little cure.
You're not
cure
gonna step on
wounds.
his head this time?
No, not this time.
Oh, yeah, you're so close.
Oh, so
Nice.
that's 13.
Whoa!
Solid.
And I'm back in the fight!
Yeah.
And then I'll
Please still
step
hit me
back.
again.
All right. Arena.
Irina, now being alone, surrounded by these guys.
Yeah.
I'm going to use my other spell
Oh, you're not
slot
standing yet, sir.
and go ahead
That's
and
an
cast
action.
Burning Hands again
I see.
because I need to hurt as many of them as I can
Not a bad idea.
before they can hurt me.
No gosh.
Oh Lord, it's a natural one.
Yeah, but you don't have to hit. I just have to roll.
Oh
save.
right, I
God.
forgot. Yes.
Okay, so-
I'm so happy.
Um,
Whew, I just have to.
And you still
Okay,
have the
so you have to beat a
D4
13.
to add to it too. Any
Oh,
attack
you're
rolls.
right. We're blessed.
okay, yeah, you can hit these two, or you could maneuver and hit one of these and one of these. It's up to you.
I'm gonna hit the two that are right up on
Right
me.
on. Okay.
Yeah. Definitely. That'd be a 13.
That one made it, and that one did not. Okay. So, do your damage. 3d6.
7 damage.
7 damage.
Not the greatest.
Not the greatest.
I mean, that's 7 damage to like 4 people, so that's like 28 damage.
Well, no, only
It's
to
only
2.
two.
Only 2?
It's
Yeah.
these two right here.
Isn't it
Yeah.
a 15-foot cone?
It's 15, but she's far enough back to get these two. Otherwise, she can only get one. That's why I told her you can have the choice of these two. She could only get 2, and she could pick whichever one
Gotcha.
she
I
wants.
picked the
So
ones
she
that are right
picked
next
the
to
ones
me.
right in front of her. Okay.
Now, if she had
So-
moved over 1 square, could she have gotten 3?
No, I tried to figure that out. You mean like here?
Yeah.
If
If you're at a diagonal, the cone emanates a
Yeah,
little further out.
I'll give you that.
Cool. Well,
Sweet. We need every
All right.
I
that
know,
we can
right?
get.
yeah.
Okay. So,
And it's hard without the grid being on the table.
Right.
You really got to have a ruler out
It's
measuring.
there.
well, the
for
grid
you.
is there.
It's there.
It's
It's just
just
covered
gotta-
a little.
It's just covered by dryer sheets. It's okay. I mean, snow.
It's snow. It's
So-
called crafting.
and
Get
looks-
used to it.
It
So
looks
is-
beautiful.
so
It
is
is
the-
beautiful.
So is the Walmart bag light dispenser.
That's called crapping.
Well,
So
and we're not
nobody
even
sees
using it
that,
anymore. We
so-
just need to cut it off. You know?
Well, it was too bright in that area, so I mean, it
Yeah.
was
Yeah.
it was overpowering.
Too bad y'all don't get to see some of the behind the scenes crafting that's going on.
We got the
Not
camera
near
right
as
there.
pretty as what you see up there, you know.
Quotes.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah. Okay, so it is now giant go.
He doesn't
No
have to.
giant.
He
No.
does. He
You
does.
just
have-
don't forget about him.
He can watch for a minute.
Oh, he likes to
He
go.
needs a
Let
breather
him, let
this
him
round.
take little
He
nap.
tripped.
Oh,
He looked like he needs a nap.
he does. He does not.
He stubbed his
One thing-
toe on a boulder that was under the snow, and so he's out for
Oh
this
my
round.
gosh! You break a toe. You know how that throws your
horrible.
balance
God,
off.
yeah.
No.
Oh my
He
god!
ripped off a toenail.
And at least,
Ooh.
and
It's
at
over
least
with.
takes you out for a minute, you know?
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
you got a good couple rounds there.
Stunned for 1 minute.
And hopping.
Hopping.
And he,
course
For
the
sure.
he
Hopping.
hit.
I
he
think that's
hits
what we need to
another
get
one.
our wizard to go ahead and create a new spell. It's called Ripping Toenails.
Ooh. Eee.
The toenail ripper.
See, y'all are all cringing, but you know, hey.
And he knocks another dragonborn out of the way.
Ooh, that's looking
Not good.
hairier and hairier.
But he's not able to move forward.
Is that
Still.
Dragonborn gone?
The one of them's
dead?
dead. Yeah.
This one's dead. The one you just.
No. The one over there.
But not the one he just hit.
No.
He just knocked him out of the
He
way.
just knocked him. Yeah.
Gotcha.
He knocked him back. Okay. So, the other ballista fires.
Make it good.
Ooh! And it goes streaking right past the giant.
Of course it
And
does.
this one has the sparkles on
All
it too.
right, I'm
And it
calling
explodes.
shenanigans.
It explodes in the background. But when it explodes, you see a bunch of these little ice guys go flying. Even though he missed the giant, the fireball took out some of the others.
Trevor would
Ah,
walk
the
away.
auxiliary one's not in the battle, I see.
Yes, but you see,
Yeah.
one of the Dengazares seems to materialize right next to the giant, and he takes his weapon and he swings it out, and the head of his it looks like he was holding like a hatchet or almost a small sickle, and when he swings it, the head comes popping off, and a thin
his toenail
cord
off.
comes following out, and it rips across the giant's legs, and everywhere it hits the giant, you see sparks flying off of it.
Where can
Let's
I get
see
me
if-
one of them?
Yeah.
Unfortunately,
When he dies, pick it up. It is now a thing.
unfortunately, it doesn't hit him. it goes streaking by. You see a little bit of electricity come popping off of it. But he does get
It's
two
caught on a
attacks.
fern nearby.
And
Just
that's-
remove one of those trees.
But he does hit him on his second swing. Yay! And the electricity courses up, and the giant bellows. He just and turns and looks at him as he tries to swing at him. And he... Okay. And immediately after he hits him with that, you see, when you're looking at the Dengazares, when you've noticed when they've been riding by, you always have trouble seeing them. Okay, and the pony, as he's going by, jumps right into the snowbank right next to him. After and then he springs off against a tree, and the giant in his attack, as he's getting away, his attack of opportunity they call it, swings at him, and it just seems to just go right. I mean, he's like not there when the axe gets there, and the pony just jumps out of the way, and it seems to be lost in the mist.
Is this a displacer beast pony?
I guess it's
Blink pony.
Blink,
Blink
Yes,
pony.
blink pony.
very agile.
Can I
You've
get a
never
blink
seen
pony?
a pony move like that
Your
before.
goat may be a blink goat,
Get a
dude.
blink goat.
Get, get on the blink goat.
Yes.
That blinking goat again.
But I have no riding skill.
It's not a fainting goat anymore.
Right.
It's a
The
blinking
gold
The
goat.
problem is,
You must have some skill.
It blinks at
without him.
He sees me coming for it.
He's on the side of the mountain, going up. Man, this goat climbs mountains great. All of a sudden, the goat's gone.
I love it.
No blinking
Scream at
goat.
me.
Right?
Oh.
Don't make any sudden moves. You're a goat. will blink.
Okay. And some of the other Bargazeras are also shooting their crossbows at the giant and at the little froghousers. So it is now Nettie.
Did Alina get to go?
Yeah, she did the.
Oh, you did,
Yeah,
okay.
she did the
Perfect.
burning hands.
Yeah.
Excellent. Let's hit the first swipe on the small one. It's a natural 19. I'm assuming that hits.
That will hit.
For 7 plus 6, 13 damage.
Okay.
Man, this weaker goblin is hardy.
And that's the
Hit
little
3
one you're
times,
hitting?
Yeah.
Oh, that kills the little
Oh,
one.
perfect. Then I will bite the big one. He's already been hit at least once.
He's been hit once.
17 plus 6,
That'll
23.
Great.
For
Oh man, but you just giving these back to me?
Yes, I
do.
do.
max damage is 12.
12. Ooh, 12.
Nice.
Okay.
So I'm gonna do that, and then no, I can't move away until I've taken care of these guys. But he's gonna keep throwing little goblins at me until
Probably.
I die, probably.
You don't know.
We're pretty sure.
Just because I said they keep coming out of the
coming,
mist.
yeah.
It's funny when you see
You're
a mist
right.
and you can't see
We
anything.
don't know, but
and
we're
little-
pretty certain.
Little
Pretty
bitty,
certain.
quick
They're
to
just gonna
kill
keep
guys
throwing
keep
them, yeah.
running in.
Yeah.
It's
Quick
like
to kill.
Quick to kill.
yeah.
For the level 13 Bargazares,
Yeah.
or Dengazares,
My
whichever
little
ones
level
they are.
3
Blink
is,
horses,
is
yeah.
Mm-mm-mm.
not feeling very
Displacer horses,
confident.
there we go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
I'll
Mr.
stay there.
Cade, you're now alive.
Woo.
Yes, yes, I am. I would like to stand up.
Can you?
Start.
Take
Um,
every little bit.
Let's see.
Do you have burning hands?
No, I do not.
I don't think she does anymore either, do you?
No, I cast all my spells. I'm out of spell slots. I only have cantrips now.
I've only got one spell slot left, and it's
So wait,
yeah.
you're a sorcerer?
But she's only
level
at
3?
2. Level 2. She's also a rogue.
Yeah.
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 Okay.
And I
So,
think
like-
she's a first level sorcerer and a second level rogue.
I want to say, yeah, it looks like, rogue
Yeah,
2, sorcerer 1.
because you get so many. You can disengage,
Right.
and you get
Oh,
sneak
that's
attack
handy.
damage.
Yeah. 'Cause I've got, yeah.
So again, I'm going to Eldritch Blast the old girl that sprite girl that popped me.
Okay.
Call her Cranberry Sprite.
Are you still here?
I am.
Oh yeah,
still
they didn't get hit
For
with
an hour.
fire. You notice too that they seem to get better. They hadn't been getting better. You'd been hitting them with the fire, but they seem to heal up in the cold. What are you looking at? I didn't write it.
I beg to differ.
You did.
I didn't.
I think the rest of that sentence is, I didn't write it for level 3 characters. Did you also use the DM manual to do
22.
the tables to make the
22 is
counter?
a hit. No,
Or we're only
it's
to
got
die here.
it's got an XP
Although,
rating,
how-
you know.
He just
How
saw these are
can we die
CR3, so we're going
here?
to toss as many as we can.
Right?
They can
How can we
handle.
die here if we've seen ourselves in the future?
6.
Of course,
6
that was a dream,
damage?
wasn't
Those
it?
are possible futures.
was a
The
dream,
force is
wasn't it?
ever changing.
Oh yeah, as she can tell you because
Midichlorians,
she's
right?
playing in the
Am I
other
right?
game. You know, yeah, all kinds of things can happen. Yeah. Okay.
And it flings 5 feet closer.
Oh, you pull it closer.
That just happens.
Ooh.
Oh, I don't like that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like
And
that at
groups
all.
them up closer for the burning hands that might
Okay.
happen.
She's not. Yeah, she's out.
I'm out.
She's out.
Ooh.
I don't like
Okay.
Rest.
Well,
I don't like this.
so you're going to shoot at little fire girl here.
Uh-oh.
What is your armor class?
16?
Ooh.
Why is my armor
It streaks
class so
right
low?
by you. And the other one shoots at you too.
You know what,
And
that
it
saving
streaks
throw?
right by you.
Nice.
You know what I realized about that saving throw?
What's that?
I'm a halfling. A nat 1 is irrelevant.
I just
Yeah, you re-roll.
Even with the disadvantage, I would have re-rolled. So, yeah. Okay. Well, we'll just play it. We'll let it go now. It is what it is.
Okay. I'll give you an extra. I'll give you advantage on your next roll.
It's all good, man.
Okay.
I'm not upset about it. If he dies, he dies.
I
Out
rolled
of
a
the
1, too.
wagon
I'm happy
comes
as well.
a blue crystal man, and he is walking over to the Dragonborn, and he kneels down next to the Dragonborn in the snow, and you can see he's concentrating, and you can see energy. He's sort of lighting up a
Does
little
he,
bit.
Does he stand over him and sing, I'm blue,
No.
Dang it, what's the point then?
I know.
What even is the point?
Missed opportunity.
Honestly.
I think you're right. Okay, back to you, Irina.
Alright, Irina, since I'm out of spell slots, I'm going to cast Firebolt.
Oh wait, I forgot I have to bite
Uh-oh.
and kick and scratch.
Uh-oh.
And I think I
What
What
go.
is your armor class, you said?
Rough up
That will
them.
hit.
I think I go
And-
too. Don't I go?
Yeah,
That will hit. Yes, you go actually.
he's got a
you
secret
go.
initiative order that does
I-
Before, I know.
that only includes enemies.
Apparently.
It does.
I hit
No,
a player.
wait.
I hit a player again. I hit another player.
Okay.
You don't get to go. I hit another player.
He gets very excited.
2 for
about
me,
going.
1 for you.
6 points of damage.
You sure?
Brow.
I want to try Sacred Flaming. Which one looks slower to me? The guy on you? That's what I was going to do. Yeah, I'll do Sacred Flame the guy on you.
That's where I intended to run
And
like
he
3 turns
fails.
ago.
Thank
Before
God!
he brought out the
Okay.
guys all on me.
Who is your guy?
So, that's a.
I can tell you it's shaped like a cat.
5. Okay. Ooh.
Did that
Feeling
turn into
the
10
burn.
because he's an Iceman?
Huh? No, because
No?
it's radiant. It's not
Oh,
fire.
it's not fire.
not pure fire, it's radiant.
And they're not vulnerable. The
Only immune. Got it.
no, they're not immune. They're
Oh.
not. They're immune to cold, but not fire. But you would have noticed too when you hit the little flying ones that the fire seemed to do more damage. That really bothered them.
They're bothered by it.
But
They're
fire, not
bothered.
radiant.
Stay mad.
No, yes, just flame is,
Yeah.
you know. All right, Irina.
Okay. Now I'm really going to cast Firebolt on the little. He's right in front of me. What does more? Ooh, I'm actually going to take out my rapier, and I'm going to swing at him with my rapier. And we're still blessed, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, for 10 rounds. This one's going on a while, though. You may have to re-bless.
18 plus 5.
18. Well, that's a hit.
Definitely hits. Okay. 11 damage.
11 damage.
Max damage. Woo.
All right. I sure he was already hurt.
Goodbye,
A couple times,
vermin.
I would think.
Go back to the ground where you belong.
Oh, but I liked you. We could have gone and made ice snowmen.
Do you want to build a snowman?
Yeah, Frosty. Okay. The giant takes
Here's
his
your yellow
swing.
snow cone.
Ooh.
Rude.
And he hits another one of the. Not that I'm wanting to do a lot of damage, but
You are the DM. You can do whatever you want.
I
You
know.
don't have to
You're
listen
not-
to
Don't
the
tell
rules.
him that, because he'll take it and run with it.
That's true, too. I could go
All
either
right.
way.
Now, and another ballista bolt from the wagon. This time hits the giant, but it's not one of the flaming ones.
Why would it be?
They can't do those every round. Okay. The giant's taken a considerable amount of damage between the all the crossbow bolts. Oh, and my Dengazer pops back. And that's a hit. And that's a hit. And he does his little as he basically he literally, I mean, you see him coming, and the agility of this pony just amazes you. I mean, it's like he's just bouncing, you know, springing from
Zigzag.
spot to spot. Yes. Ooh. And the giant goes down to one knee as the his thing wraps around, and then it unwraps and comes right back to him. And the giant takes a swing at him, and it's like he's just gone again.
Did he lose a toenail?
He did not,
Tell me.
but he did lose a toe.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Giant toe makes just as good
Okay.
of a potion.
Yep.
Yeah, yeah. So that was a bloody toe, a bloody giant toe.
Excellent.
At least we can track him in the snow.
I
All right,
won't be able to
Nevi.
walk as well either.
Nevi, how hurt is this guy looking in front of me?
Very hurt. Very, very hurt.
Very hurt. All right, I will claw at him. That is a 23
That is a hit.
for 6 plus 6 is 12 damage.
Okay.
And then I will bite him. And that is 24 for 10 more damage.
And he is down.
All right. How many feet would you say it is to get to the first of these little guys right here?
Oh, those.
Wow.
Let's see. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. Probably 60 feet.
Okay. Put me, I guess, right behind Cade. That's 40. Boom.
Oops.
I'm knocking over trees and
He slipped in a
myself.
snowbank, hit a
Fall.
tree, knocked it down. Yeah.
Ooh, look at the pretty
Couldn't you have made-
icicles.
couldn't you have made the tree fall on the ferry?
Right?
I really tried.
You need to do better.
Okay.
No
Cade.
wonder I was sent to babysit.
Cade's dying. I'm knocking over the trees the wrong direction.
Hey, when in doubt, let the halfling die. So Cade again, that fairy is just that bolt that just pissed him off. So he's still shooting at her.
Okay.
Oh, that's a cock die.
Don't let your cock die.
Don't seem to have any problems in that area, but thanks for asking.
You're welcome.
26.
That's a hit.
All right. So let's see, where's my D10? There it is. 9.
9 points of damage. All right. You notice that you're doing damage, but it seems like they're, it's like you're doing a little damage and then it's coming back.
That's annoying.
And it's now their turn, and they shoot at you. And your armor class is 18.
18.
Ooh, that might. Oh, that hits. Roll me a save.
Whatever happened to the glowing blue guy?
He's in the snow,
You working on the dragon?
working on the one that went
He
down.
just walked out of the caravan and left.
He came
like-
down, sang his little song, and then left.
He walked out and said,
What song did he sing?
Blue, da ba dee da ba da, da ba dee da ba da.
it's quickly becoming a Trolls movie.
You take 4.
Which wouldn't be
22.
my least favorite
22?
thing.
I love
Okay.
musicals. I think
You made your save.
Like, you're
and
a
you
halfling,
take
he's a halfling.
Great.
you're a
5 piercing
Right.
I'm
and
used to playing
6
my
cold.
bard, so
Sorry, we were talking way over you. What did you just say again?
I just said.
The halfling just got raffle stomped again.
oh no.
Or
Are you
close to
down?
it.
Shh, I know, I wanted to hear it.
Are you down again?
No, I'm close.
And you got
Dang
hit
it.
by an ice bolt, too.
Oh boy, how much damage did I take?
So you take, and you have to roll a con save. Now you have advantage on your con save.
Okay, I like that.
And a D4.
And
You take,
even better.
You're both ones. No.
You're all right.
19 plus.
that's a save.
Yeah.
Okay. And once you save against their ice bolts, you're immune to them.
Okay.
Oh, I've saved against it.
Right. You already saved. I haven't hit you. So once you save, you're immune. So now you've saved.
Okay.
So you're immune, and you saved. So you're immune. You're the only one who hasn't had to save.
That was the con save, right?
So
Right.
you did
Oh,
con
did you make a
save?
con
Yeah.
save? How contrary of you. But you do take 6 piercing and 4 cold, which you'll only take half of the cold. And you
Okay.
notice when she gets hit by these ice bolts, her cloak seems to shimmer a little
So,
bit.
am I taking half of 4 or?
Half of 4.
Okay.
And the giant, he stands back up. Oh, wait, sorry. Cade. Not that we're trying to totally,
Sure you are.
but he
My
misses
con
both
save
times.
Was not an
And
arrow,
these
though.
these two
Whatever
go
happened at the very
invisible.
beginning.
Okay. Okay, morale.
Morale. So this little creature right here,
Mm-hmm.
Sacred Flame.
Sacred Flame. And he fails
I
his
feel like I
Sacred
should
Flame.
hear Beavis or Butthead in the background. Cut.
Fire!
7.
7. Oh dear.
Nobody said that they're not in the background.
Oh, and another one bites the dust.
Yay.
Okay. Irina.
Oh, Irina is going to turn to this little sprite guy
Okay.
and cast Firebolt because I know it bothers them.
Okay. And they went invisible, so you can shoot at them, but it's -5 to hit.
Okay.
D4 to attacks too.
Oh, yes.
And
Because
Rick,
you-
my con save was that first thing that we did with the cold.
Oh,
was
okay.
not
Then
an
you
arrow.
haven't.
Yeah.
Okay,
It
then
was
you
not an
haven't
arrow.
against them.
17.
17. That's enough.
I'm going to Firebolt.
Where's our
And he
wizard with
takes
fireball when we
four
need it?
Right?
4 damage. Okay. And you see it light up for a
Snapping in
second,
the-
and then it goes invisible again. And the giant stands back up, and he swings, but we will have to see what his swing does in a minute because he's swinging at our crystal friend
Oh.
in the snow.
I have a feeling it's going to be fine.
So
I have a feeling
we'll see you in a
Crystal
few
Lake
minutes,
is
I think it'll go something like this. Tink.
or shatter. So thank you very much, and we'll be back in just a little bit.
Keep on
On
adventuring.
adventuring.
Welcome back. Welcome back. It's so glad to see you again. All of you. It's been such a long time, you know. We took such a long hiatus, you know. Seems like it's been months and months. But we're here. And when last we left, the party seems to be holding their own pretty well.
Yeah, we'll see.
The halfling keeps getting
Now.
Let me get some.
The halfling gets pummeled, but you know, hey.
one of the better armor classes, but yeah, he's getting screwed.
Well, he's out front. He did go out on the hill, you know.
He had to see.
That's what I do in the 8th level fight. While
True.
we're
Little
doing
man.
that.
He's little short
We're
guy.
little people. We need
Yeah, I just
we need
rush
booster
in at biggest
seats
threat.
all the time.
If he rode goat, he'd be fine, you know.
You're the goat rider. Why are you not?
Not
the
according to
goat?
my skills.
But that's who. That's
Isn't
who
your
they
animal? What's
told
your
me.
animal handling total?
Let me see.
Probably -1.
0.
Okay.
0,
Yeah, mine
yeah.
is higher than yours.
I should hope so as a
It
druid.
makes sense. I can handle myself.
It's a trained goat. The goat should be able to handle him.
It does not seem like
Yeah,
good
it's
for the
trained, and it's trained for halflings too.
So do you
know,
take
by
the blue pill?
halflings, yes.
Instead of the blue pill.
But pretty soon it learns that he can't handle it. Like most animals, no matter how you take your dog to the dog training facility and it comes back and it'll go get you beers out of the refrigerator. It can set the coffee pot to perk in the morning and all that. But after 3 or 4 weeks, it's back to pooping on the carpet and, you know, because the people are the ones you have to train,
Yeah.
not the animal.
Just switch the collar.
I mean,
around.
I'll pay for 3 weeks of that.
So remember that. So the giant had been brought to his knees by the Dengazer and his little electrical fancy little weapon. But he stood back up. And the closest thing he saw was our Shardmine friend. And he decided to take out his gusto on him. So
Shard mind. I don't think we've
Ooh.
heard that before.
he missed both times. Lucky for him. For any of you who are familiar with 4th edition, you would be familiar with shard mines. And they are part of this game in this world.
Perfect.
So you can Google shard mine. It is an actual class.
All right, googling shark.
Not shart.
Dictionary?
No.
Dungeons and Dragons. Shard.
Shart.
Halfling. Wait a minute.
When the DM pulls out a beholder and you're level 3, that is D&D short. I mean,
I think you are not wrong.
Yeah, over there on that one. Yeah.
Yep.
Good.
But then you find out it's a blind beholder.
blind beholder, there you go.
And all he wants to do is get along.
he just wants to have a party, you
And if
know?
I can hit the dice. Okay.
He off-spec'd him. Bard.
So the giant is standing there, and the halflings fire one of their crossbow bolts at it. And this is a flaming one, and it explodes on his head. And it staggers him back.
On the giant?
The giant. He staggers back. And the Dragonborn are shooting at him too. And he's looking like a
Pin
giant pin cushion. So, Nevi.
How hurt does the giant look?
He's very hurt.
Okay. If the giant is very hurt, then I will just run at this guy here
Okay.
and hit him twice. Well, I'll swing at him twice.
Okay.
Claw is going to be 20
It's a hit.
for
Reroll. Oh, no, that's
8 damage,
Okay.
I think. Hang on. No, 6 damage.
Okay.
And then bite attack will be a 22
That also hits.
for 7 damage.
All right. Okay, Cade. Now, these have disappeared now, so you don't know where they're at.
Cade would like to use 19 bonus actions to.
Do you have 19 bonus actions?
That's crazy. What
That
did
sounds
you
like
do
a
for that?
song. I know.
Well, I have it written on my sheet. I have 19 bonus. No, I'm sorry.
I do have it
How'd you
written down.
class for that?
Very, very carefully.
Very, very cool.
It's called cheating.
I've got 19 unique levels of rogue.
It's a new secret, double secret.
I made up my
Bonus
own
action.
abilities.
Yeah, that's right. Well, I'm putting you on double secret probation for trying to pull that one off.
That's fine. Cade is going to go ahead and just Eldritch Blast the little icicle dude that's over in the back because he can't see the sprite anymore.
Okay.
So,
that one? Okay.
If these guys could deal enough damage, I'd stop being a bear, but
16.
You just like being a bear. That's a hit.
All right. 4 points.
Ooh. Oh, that just tears him up. Oh
I
my
know,
gosh,
right?
it's just
Who did you shoot at? Or?
The one in the back.
And you hear a horn going off in the distance. And
All right, that's it. I hit him right in the
attack of
ball.
opportunity.
yep, you do get an attack of opportunity.
That's right. You run.
That is a 22,
22 is a hit,
which is going to be 6, 7, 9, 10 damage.
and he goes down.
Yeah, you ain't going nowhere, son.
Oh yeah. And 2 of the Dragonborn.
Yeah, keep
get
on
hits.
celebrating.
And
I do a bear dance.
another bear dance.
Another
What
bear
conga
exactly
line?
does a bear dance
Yes.
entail, though? Like,
The-
what does a bear dance entail?
Conga.
It was a
It is,
conga with the bear in the
Nice.
lead, you know.
it was a conga, but this is a bear twerk.
Oh, nice.
Wow.
Bringing out the victory twerk.
That's right.
With that furry
took him-
bear butt.
I took him down, I turn
yeah.
around, and I
Oh my
go
god.
for it.
This
on the
is a
scaffold.
disclaimer. This is a family show. It had been
was a
family.
family
It
show.
was.
But it's like clean, right? It's like the Charmin bear.
It's only
I know. When you watch that commercial, you're like, ooh,
He's like going
you
for
know? And you're like, oh my gosh. And he does his little dance, you know. It's like, oh.
you can't see the bear. It's only as dirty as your mind makes it.
Does a bear
That's
twerk in
on
the
you.
woods?
You people at home.
That a bear does. And you hear the Dragonborn, yeah, no, run, you little suckers, run! And they disappear back into the mist. And the giant takes off, and they're going to fire one last crossbow bolt at him as he's running, disappearing. And it nails him in the back. And he staggers and disappears into the mist. He may have gone down. He may not. You don't see him. But he definitely took a shot. But the Dragonborn, couple of the Dragonborn go run over to where the one was laying in the snow, bleeding out. And the shard mind is sitting next to him. And he looks like
Drained.
he's totally drained.
Okay, I'll go over and try and help heal
Okay. Okay, are you going to heal him, or are you going to try to heal the Dragonborn?
the Dragonborn.
The
Because
Dragonborn?
he's trying to heal the
Okay.
Dragonborn.
All right, go ahead.
Oh, yeah, so that's a 13.
13, okay. You can see that his wounds have mostly healed, but he's still unconscious. He took a really grievous blow. And the shard mind turns and looks up at you, and you hear a voice in your head say, "Thank you."
Welcome.
And he turns back. And so Luna comes walking up and says, "Is he going to make it?" That is, you don't hear anybody say anything, but that is good. I don't know we will see them again for a little while. We should get moving. Are you okay? How did they do?
They were not bad. They impressed me.
That is good.
Kate is walking with a shield on one side to prop one side up, and his sword on the other.
Except for this one. The Ghost Rider does not live up to his name.
I see.
I'll
he
go
is still
up to
alive.
him and use my healing kit.
It's because everybody and their brother hit me.
It looked like it was her sister.
Her too.
And you're still a bear?
For an hour, man.
I see.
How's it go? Listen, I was
That
like,
is very
when
handy.
you hit me that hard, like 9 damage, I was like, oof. And I was like, oh, I'm a bear. Yeah. Okay.
I know. I've got
All right.
all these different health pools. That's the thing about being a
Yeah.
druid, you know?
Yeah.
It's like,
That's
oh,
right.
I come back out, but I go back in, you know?
This is my first time doing a druid, and I was like, oh, this is nice. Oh, I like
We
being
have
bear.
we have a druid, and it's always, you know, he turns into a giant constrictor, and then he grapples and restrains, and it's just like,
It was fun with the gorilla.
yeah. Then she
I'll
polymorphed
be
one
there.
into a gorilla.
My
Yeah,
bard got to polymorph. I was so excited.
yeah.
I love that.
It's such a
I
good
know.
spell.
I know.
So good.
Yeah, that worked out. That was not what I
Very good.
expected. It worked out very well.
But it worked, and we survived.
Yeah.
The giant ape is very fun. The T-Rex is the bread and butter, man.
We needed arms for this one to pick up, to pick up and drop.
Yeah, they
The
did. They
T-Rex
did.
wasn't an option, sadly, but
The T-Rex does not grapple.
No,
Okay.
T-Rex can't
Grappling is, you
giant
know.
crab.
got-
Yeah, and it had to
Yeah.
reach into the
It
vending machine.
grapples. It uses his mouth.
Yeah, right.
You're not wrong.
And it had to reach into the vending machine to get the little candy. It just, you know.
Into the corner?
All it did was crush the vending machine. So.
All right.
Tomato.
Right.
It worked.
Hey,
Well,
steering from the vending machine, breaking the vending machine. At the end of the day,
that was a fairly light attack. I think we were lucky,
Indeed.
but you've been bloodied.
That was a light attack.
Yeah, the giant was a little bit of a surprise. I hadn't seen them popping up in the front of the caravan. I think fared pretty well too. I don't think we had too many casualties. In fact, we didn't lose anybody. We thought we were going to lose Grangal, but he seems to be okay. Thanks to Rhea Lucia, and I understand you helped too. Thank you very much. Clerics are not seen too much in Melanor. That is... What? But
Can
we
you
should get
scratch right
moving.
here for me?
I start
mean-
purring loudly. Keep it coming.
Got any milk so I can really enjoy this?
Yes,
moment?
cream.
We need to make it to Camp Krenishaw before it gets really dark and the cold really comes in. So let's move out if y'all are all fine. And Relusha starts to stand up,
Yes,
and
please.
he kind of staggers a little bit,
More heals you got.
and
This will be my last first level. I have one more second level. So,
I've got some
11.
first levels.
so Relusha kind of staggers a little bit, and you hear Mel, the the halfling that has all the piercings and tattoo. He comes riding up on his big white mare, and he's like, "I think he needs to get into the Avenda box." He looks fairly weak.
The what?
It's not your concern. We will take care of him. Thank you, though. And so some of the halflings and the dragonborn help lift him up, and they carry him over to the battle wagon, and he, crawls into the battle wagon. And well, let's get moving. Enough of this dilly dallying around. You had a little rest. You feeling okay?
I'm
we did
all
get a
right to
short rest?
travel.
No. We don't have time for a short rest.
Then we didn't get a little rest.
You got a little rest, not a short rest. There is a difference, There's a smidgen and 2 shakes of a lamb's tail, okay? There's a New York minute and all that kind of stuff.
What is New York?
Good question.
You'll find out soon enough. When you get to Malinor, you'll find out what New York is. So, the caravan gets moving, and y'all did pretty well. So, you're traveling through, it's still cold, the biting wind, but after a little bit, the wind dies down, and
Gotten through the pass.
you've gotten through the pass, through the gap. And you go for a few more hours, and then Arena tells you, we're coming to Camp Krenishaw. We'll be able to rest there. And you, the wagons start to, the caravan turns off the trail, and it goes in, and you can see that there's like a ring of mountains. You know, it's like a little valley, and you can see that there's huts in the valley. There's wooden huts. They're made of an unusual wood, and you see 6 of these huts. They start pulling the wagons out, and there's one very large, looks like a barn. And they start, the Bargazares start taking the horses, and Arena will take charge of y'all's horse, and they'll park the wagons. And, well, this is where we're camping for the night. Y'all get this hut right over here. We'll take care of it in a minute, but I would get you some rest. We'll be calling you out for watch duty in a little while, but I think you should take a rest before that happens.
I'm already halfway to the hut. As soon as I get into the hut, I stake a corner and curl up and sleep.
Okay, it's still very cold in the hut, but once you get into the hut, you've been there a little bit, and you get the horses tended to. They take, the horses to the barn, and when you get into the hut, you can see that there's low beds that are up off the ground. There's about 7 of them in this hut, and there's a strange, large, almost looks like brass pedestal. Okay, and there's a bowl, but it's almost total spherical bowl with just a little cutout in the top, sitting on top. But it's not really sitting; it's more made as part of it. And it's, it's probably about a foot in diameter, and it's probably about 3 feet off the ground. And by the time you get the whole thing together, it's probably about 3.5 foot. It's taller than Cade over here. Okay. And it's just very unusual, and you can see there's engravings all over it. But other than that, it's unusual, and it's sitting right in the center. A little while later, y'all can go ahead and start unpacking your gear. And then a little bit later, a Dragonborn comes walking in, and he's got a big flask, or a big jug, basically. And he starts pouring a liquid into the top of this brass bowl. And then he pulls a red crystal, out of his pouch on his belt, and he drops it into the bowl. And you can hear this hiss, and you see this vapor start rising up out of the bowl, and it's very sweet smelling. And he looks at you and says, "Enjoy your evening." And he turns and he walks out. And the vapor continues for a few moments. And then you notice that the bowl starts turning red and starts glowing. And it starts emanating heat. And shortly, the entire place starts feeling warm and comfortable. And y'all can take a short rest. You can actually take a long rest.
Oh, yes.
Alrighty then.
Yes, I think I will.
Nothing happens in the
Nothing
meantime.
happened.
I like the idea of a long rest.
Nothing
Because
happened.
that lets me reset my spells.
Yep.
Yes, it
So I'll
does.
wait a moment while you decide whether or not you
It's like
recess.
plugging your laptop into the wall, So your phone has to have a long rest every night,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know.
I need a long rest every day.
Yeah, yes, myself too.
No, I just need a short rest. I'm fine.
I cannot relate.
My son and my husband are like that.
I take a short rest in the day, and then a long rest at
I
night.
just gotta recover a few hit points as we go. My beast shape, as it were.
And after about 4 hours, Solana comes in and says, "Hey, your beauty sleep is over. I need 3 of you for watch."
I will get up for watch.
I'll go.
I'll participate.
Okay.
I didn't even wake up.
I've been ready for 4 hours.
And you get through watch, and nothing happens during your watch. And you can go back, and you can get...
Hey, meow. How long is our watch?
just 2 hours.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not too bad.
I'll stay out there for another 2 hours.
Okay. No, well, only 3 of you
Okay,
needed to
sure.
watch, so
Yeah.
she didn't have to get up.
Sure.
Okay.
Go get your rest.
I got it. Right? And then I was having
Yeah.
like the trance.
Oh, that's right, because you
So
only
I
need...
did 4
you're an
hours
elf.
and I'm done.
So you're
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
4 hours
I
and
know,
I'm done,
that's
so I
always
get another
fun.
half of the night that I'd be
Yeah.
bored if I wasn't on watch. And I'm a druid by class, ranger by trade, so like being in the wild, patrolling, wandering around is where I want to be anyway.
And Destinova would join y'all in
He
bed
wasn't
down
so
for the
scared.
night. Yeah. And he tells you, "Oh, these are some fascinating people. Did you see that crystal guy?
I did.
Yeah.
Said something about sharding, I believe.
I don't know what you're talking about,
That's what I heard. I don't know.
but he's been in Melanor studying us. Very
Us specifically, or
No,
us
no,
as
not-
a race?
us as a race. I don't think he had any particular interest in us specifically, but
I'm
us as a
dang interesting.
race.
Hey, you're asleep. No, I'm kidding. Please
I'm
ask.
sleep talking.
But a crystal person, I have never seen that before or heard of that before. Apparently, there are many of them in this land. So I need
This
to
is the
find out.
next day, I'm assuming?
No, this is at night while
at
y'all are
night,
sitting
yeah, then
around.
I'm asleep.
You're okay. What do you have to eat?
Cream.
Dry beef again?
Cream.
No cream.
I'm dreaming.
I'm swimming in rivers of cream.
While the rogue is rifling through your stuff.
So y'all, they wake you up in the morning and say, y'all pansies ready to go?
Rise and shine, friends. Let's go. It's time to go. Wake up, children. We need to get a move on.
Hey, I resemble that remark.
I'm being paid to make sure that you all make it where you go safely and on time. And if you do not go and get up, I do not get paid. I'd like to get paid. So please, everybody wake up. Good morning.
Yeah, we picked the right girl for the job. He walks out. So you get out, and she's already hooked your horses up, and they got the wagon ready to go.
Nice of all of you to finally join us. I hope you enjoyed your beauty rest.
And your goat is still tethered to the wagon.
Actually, I would like an opportunity to bond with the goat overnight.
Oh my gosh!
Mr. Rick, are you done with this yet?
We're gonna sword fight another time.
Aw. I wanted the sword.
He's armed with a sword too.
Oh.
Yes, we have a halfling at the door with a sword, wanting to strike me down.
Knox, buddy, go find Mom, please.
I'm in her bedroom. I need to go night night.
That's right. You need a short rest. So,
Good night.
yes, good night. So, as y'all get moving,
Gotta find the audio.
and as you're traveling, you start noticing a funny thing starts happening. Remember how I said that when you're talking to the people from Melanor that it felt like their language is a little broken?
Mhm.
Okay, and that they were struggling with it? Well, Irina tells you that you've crossed the pass. And you notice that you're now going down a little bit. But you also notice that they no longer sound like they're struggling. Even though they're speaking your common tongue, you feel like you can understand them, that it's fluent. They just don't feel like they're struggling with the words anymore. You also notice that there's silver crystals in the snow, growing out of the snow.
I will scoop up a handful of those.
Okay, you'll have to break them off.
Oh,
They're
so
just
like
not
when I tried
laying
to
on
touch the snow. Oh, okay. I thought you meant that they were like in the snow.
No.
But they're
There
part of
you
the
see
snow.
crystals growing up out
Yeah,
of.
I'll try to like snap one. Is this okay kind of thing?
I don't care.
So, yeah,
Okay.
do I need to roll anything, or
No.
does it just happen?
Well, roll me. Yeah, no, roll me a damage armor class. You got to hit and use your strength.
Okay, that'll be I gotta use my strength. 13.
A 13. You're really struggling to break it off.
Okay, I'll ignore it then.
Okay. You think you might have been able, I mean, if you have an axe or something, you might be able to hack on it, but you also
I have
think...
a -1 strength.
Oh, okay. You also think it might damage your axe. Those silver crystals aren't really worth much, I mean, if you really want some, we can get you some in Manhat, probably.
Now, I'm getting the sense from this that my weaponry is very effective on these types of things, and we've seen your crystal man, and do I need to buy new equipment to survive here?
You shouldn't. I mean, you seem pretty hardy. Your little bear trick should get you through a lot of difficult times.
So there's not much of this crystal stuff around here. It's mostly like flora.
No, it just grows in certain spots, certain times.
But it's just plant life, kind
No,
of.
it's not plants, crystals. Does it look like a plant?
But no, yeah,
I mean,
I
you
get-
may be a bear. You got the brains of a bear too. Is that? I thought you were a.
Well,
I thought you
some
were
people have said.
a druid supposed to know about plants.
Well, yeah, but I don't know about your land.
No, that's true.
You're pretending that I know everything about Melanor, but I know nothing about this place. So it's rather foolish of you, I think, to assume that I have knowledge of your homeland.
Okay, so these could be plants in our homeland. I guess I'll give you that. But they're not. They're just,
Excellent,
they're
great. I'm
crystals.
learning already.
They're crystals.
Okay.
Okay, and there's all different kinds of crystals. In fact, you're going to see some pretty fantastic crystals here, probably pretty soon. And you notice as you're talking that you definitely are descending.
I do kind of, because I've got my crystal in kind of a side pouch. I kind of open that pouch and look at it to see if anything has changed about it.
No, nothing has changed about it.
Okay.
But morale, you sense a little tingling in the back of your mind.
Think it's that
And-
guy again, or
No. What? Where am I? It's all foggy. Am I dreaming? That's what you hear in your head.
does it sound like the crystal guy that
No.
said that?
No.
Hello?
Hello?
Hi.
Yeah, morale,
Did-
something. You need anything?
Anybody else hear that?
Hear what?
Hear
Or
what?
what?
The little voice.
This one?
No.
Yeah, Cade. He wasn't talking, I don't think.
No, it wasn't.
Who are you? Who are you?
Wait, did you hear that?
No.
Do we hear that?
No.
Okay, so it is
It's in her
mind.
head, yes. Where am I? It's so dark.
Can I think inside my head instead of saying out loud,
Try it.
who are you?
Well,
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. I feel like I'm in a dream of some kind. Are you in my dream?
Meow? Meow.
1 second.
The bathroom's that way.
I'm so tired.
I think to myself. and who are you?
I'm so tired.
Where are you?
And you can feel like a sigh,
It's
and then it kind of
moving.
fades away. And y'all keep moving down the trail, and you can see the snow is now starting to, melt a little bit. You can see a little bit of grass, patches of brown.
Have I
and
heard that voice before?
It seems familiar, but you don't know what it is. But it seems you feel like you've
Niggling
heard.
in the back of my
Yes,
head,
like
yes.
you've heard that voice before, but you're not sure.
Okay.
And so y'all are moving down. The silver crystals get you can see them better. They get more numerous. Some of them are huge, literally like 2-3 feet, across, and probably 6 or 7 feet tall. And the air is definitely getting warmer. And then you notice that the crystals start changing color, and you start seeing red ones intermixed with the silver ones. And
Like the red one he put in the weird pillar with the ball
similar,
on top.
yes, very similar. Now the ice and snow are pretty well gone, and the temperature is much warmer, and you can see that the guards, the other Dragonborn, and the Bargazares are much more relaxed. Okay, and Arena would tell you that it seems that you've made it through the pass.
We're out of the worst of it. Don't worry.
And you look behind, and you look up, and you can see the storm up in the peaks of the mountain. It's behind you. And they look very intense and foreboding, and you're like, we just
through
went
that.
through that?
No wonder I'm hearing voices in my head.
And you travel a little ways, and you looked, all of a sudden it opens up to your right, and Arena would say, oh, y'all are in for a very impressive sight here soon. And you come around a bend, and you see a giant lake of lava.
What?
And it's a pool. It's not, we in Texas we call them lakes, but everywhere else they call them ponds, And but it's a fairly large bubbling pool of lava. And it's just off the road a little bit, and you see on 3 sides it's walls, okay? And crystals, huge red crystals are growing out of the walls. And there's a crack in one of the walls, and the lava is pouring out of it. And there's another, opening, like almost a little, opening like a window, if you will, and the lava seems to be running out the other side. And there's all these crystals, and you're very close to this lava. But one thing that strikes you as odd is you think you should be feeling the intense heat of the lava, but you're not. And they literally, these crystals are growing like fingers up out of this pool of bubbling lava, and they're growing out of the sides of the wall. and they're all bright red, but they just don't seem like they're glowing or anything like that. And you notice that right along the edge of the trail too, it's like a carpet of these red crystals growing along the ground. Oh, wow. Where am I? Oh. I feel it. I know it's there. I'll sense it. I need to be closer. Help me. Please help me. I need to be closer. And you hear that in your mind.
Closer to what?
I feel the energy.
Where are you?
I don't know. It's dark.
I'm right here. Meow. Been walking with you the whole time. What are you?
Yeah. I'm sorry. I just kind of daydreamed there.
You got me.
As we're walking. I'm tired, I want to take a closer look over here at this lake, and I'll walk over kind of to the edge of it.
Okay. Oh yes. That's much better.
We have crossed into the wrong podcast.
Oh, goodness.
I feel it. I feel my temperature's rising.
Sorry.
Okay.
All of a sudden, you feel something moving in your pocket.
Oh, no.
Now the rest, that's what she said.
Okay.
Oh. Yes. And a little paw reaches out of your pocket.
Welcome to the table.
Oh. I pull out my crystal kitty.
And your crystal kitty,
Is it real kitty?
it's still
small.
a small little kitty, but it seems to be changing.
Oh.
And it's like it's reaching towards the crystals and the... Oh, yes. Oh, this is so nice. I've been
Worst accent
asleep.
for a cat.
I've been asleep.
Did you-
Who are you?
I'm a friend.
Well, thank you so much.
This is who was talking to me, guys. I figured it out.
What are
Oh,
you-
my God.
Are you playing with your toys over there? What's she doing? Hey, we gotta run. We're just gonna leave her.
And I'm fine with that.
And all of a sudden, it starts to shimmer, and it grows in your hand. It's growing in your hand, and no.
Done.
And it's the size of a regular cat, but it's very heavy for a regular cat.
Okay.
And it leaps out of your
Out of my hands.
out of your
Out
hands,
of my paws.
and it walks over and it curls up next to one of the crystals. I mean, literally just
On it.
a couple of feet away from the lava, and it's just
Basking
rubbing
in the sun,
up,
Yeah.
rubbing its back against the crystal. Oh, it's so good. Oh my gosh, where have I been? I've been asleep, and
Well, you were a crystal statue in my hometown, and I found you, and I took you and I kept you, and I had dreams about you. But now that we're over the spine of the mountain and in this new area where these crystals are growing, you've become a cat, a real cat.
well, I think that seems normal. I
That
don't-
seems normal.
Yes.
Oh, do you now?
I don't. What I think is not
Maybe I
normal.
think he's smoking your stash.
What I don't think is normal is for me to be asleep so long. It's all fuzzy.
Well, you weren't in your world.
I wasn't in my
Part
world.
of
What
your
do you mean?
part of the crystal world has been dropped into my world.
You're not making any sense at all. Your world,
Guys?
my world.
Well, we're talking to a crystalline feline
Yes,
that in our space doesn't make any sense at all. So,
I see.
You were just a
Here's
figurine.
our bubble. Here is your bubble. They went like this.
I'm getting a headache.
you
I
are
think-
made of crystal. Do you have a
Yes.
brain?
Do you have a brain?
I'm made of organic material. You're made of crystal.
Excellent question.
Okay.
That is also a fair query.
How do you know you have a brain? And what is a brain anyway?
But how do you know I don't have a brain if you don't even know what a brain is?
I don't. How would I know if you know what? If I don't know what a
This
brain
is
is, how would I know if you
circular.
have one? I'm getting a headache, and I think I'm gonna go to sleep right now. And she curls up next to the
Do you want
crystals,
me to leave you here? Because we're kind of in a caravan moving this way.
and then slowly goes
Turns
back
into
to
my figurine.
into a figurine. Okay.
What's straight?
Careful how you rub that thing.
Yeah, apparently.
It has a tendency to get a little active.
I'm not gonna.
You did.
I do what I did.
Totally.
You set that all up there, Rick. I mean,
did not. I did not.
Yep.
I mean, D&D can be quite the game, but you did change the rules a little bit there, bud.
Well, just a smidgen, you know. So y'all keep on going down the trail. Here I am. Y'all keep on going down the trail. And you round the bend. You finally turn a corner and you see Melanor for the first time. And the Dragonborn let out a cheer. Ah, we're home! And Salada turns to you and says, "Welcome to Melanor. This is my home." And you look out and you see plains heading off into the distance. Off to the left, you can see it turns into rolling hills. The road winds down into the level plains, and in the distance, you think you can make out vaguely like buildings, maybe a city, way in the distance, but it sparkles.
Shimmering city.
Little shimmering city on the horizon. To the right, the mountains seem to head off almost at a southeast. If you're looking east, the mountains seem to head southeast, and you can see a massive forest at the foot of the mountains way in the distance. As you look behind you, you see that storm clouds ring all of the mountains. It's like a wall, a sheer wall of mountains heading off in both directions as far as you can see, and storm clouds roil all around. And there's a single road at the base where the trail takes you, and it heads like an arrow due east. Bam, straight towards that city. As you descend, you are approaching a small town. You see, as you get closer, you can see there's a small castle, and it seems to shimmer in the light. Made of crystalline stone, as best you can tell. You can see that there's a number of buildings, and Irana will point out to you that that's the Bargazer, that's our base, our stables for the caravans. And the castle seems to shimmer a little red, and you can see a copper. There's maybe like a big copper cauldron or something sitting on the top of it. And as you get closer, you can see that you can make out there are many Dragonborn soldiers that are around the castle. And you see that most of them are the familiar blue and silver colors, the same colors as most of the soldiers that are guarding the caravan. But you see some around the castle that have a red. They're red with silver trim, and they a silver dragon claw on their breast. The flag of Malik flies from the castle battlements, and which is the silver and red dragon facing each other on the blue background. And then that thing you saw was copper. Starts to move, and you realize it's a dragon. And it has a saddle on it. And he's watching the caravan pass. And all of a sudden, he notices y'all, and he's kind of looking at y'all, kind of curious. And then his eyes fixate on Morale. And he gets a curious look on his face. And then he gets a really big grin. And he leaps into the air.
Oh, God.
And he starts circling. And then he
likes you.
dives straight down towards you.
He has a saddle. How do you ride that thing?
Animal handler Jack. Ooh, I got a 1.
Wait a minute. I have studied my entire life for this moment in D&D. I want to seduce it.
I think Morale already has.
Just throw some sand in its eyes.
Guys.
And at the last minute...
Does an
it's-
18 count?
Yes, it does, but it's not high enough. And at the last minute, it spreads its wings out full, and it lands with a thud right in front of you, and dust.
Well, that's really
flies.
unfortunate for the rest of the caravan.
Exactly.
Because we're in the back of it.
Well, right off to the side. It doesn't land on anybody.
I am suddenly standing in a puddle.
Just don't pee on me, please. And dust flies up into the air.
My
And-
hair's all standing on end, so I'm suddenly really bushy, too.
And then the wings start slowly shrinking. And then they start turning into arms. And then the body starts shrinking. And pretty soon, what you see standing in front of you is a slender man with copper-toned skin.
I have questions.
He's sporting long, rust-colored dreadlocks.
This is where the Coppertone baby went.
That's right. He's wearing sandals, pants made of a bluish material that flare out at the ankles, a rope belt with a mustard yellow shirt covered by an olive green vest, and he has patches of different sorts all over the vest. And he just looks, "Hey dudes, what's up? Where are you heading, and where are you from, and what the heck are you?" And that's where we'll call it a night.
Oh, man.
I did not make the right character for this game. Druid, sure. Temperament. Hard Western butthole probably wasn't the right way to go.
All right, guys. If you're still sticking around, give us a thumbs up. It'll help other people see the video, and like and subscribe. Other than that, keep on adventuring.
Keep on adventuring. Bye.
Good night.